So now that I've finally finished The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I just wanted to give kind of my final thoughts of what is this 23 years of nostalgia. Um, right from the get go, it hit hard. The music, the atmosphere still remains to this day just something special. There's just something special about this game. Um, I think anybody of any age could pick this game up and have a good time. The story is still well thought out and put together. It takes you on a journey um, through time. And I didn't really have, you know, any drawbacks. Like there was nothing in this game that I thought, now looking back at it, like, maybe it's not as good as it was at the time. But I didn't have any of that. I still thought that it held up extremely well. Um, the only real negative that I had throughout the playthrough was just the controls. Um, and it's not that the controls are bad per se. I just don't think that the controller that I was using is adapted well to that of the N64 controller. Um, the N64 controller, uh, from what I recall, like worked extremely well for this game. I don't remember having the struggles that I did um, for this game during that time. You know, this, I'll even show it here, is the controller that I was using. The Pro controller, the Nintendo, sorry about that, the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Um, and it did all right, but it is not designed well for this game. The controls were way too sensitive, and I didn't really enjoy having the C buttons mapped to the secondary joystick. I get it. It doesn't have the buttons um, that that the N64 has. So yeah, you do have to make some concessions in that regard. And that was really the only downside that I had throughout this entire journey was just the controls were just not optimized for the controller that I was using. So that made a lot of, you know, parts of the game that I struggled at just that much more difficult. Like, and frustrating just trying to aim or use the proper items or weapons at the time that I needed to. Um, that was frustrating. Um, but in my final saying, I just gotta say, if you haven't played this game, there's so much stuff that I didn't even get to do or partake in just because, you know, of time, really. Like, if I sat there and just, goofed around and just did whatever I wanted to do. You know, I could have taken, by the time that I actually edit this and get it out, I'm potentially looking at 15, 16 parts uh, to this journey, upwards of 16 hours of video. If I went around and collected all the hearts and did all the fishing and just really took my time and did whatever I wanted to do and did all the leisure activities, just, you know, you're looking at potentially 40 to 60 hours of just, you know, all kinds of, filler stuff. Um, but those are also the moments that kind of encapsulates what this kind of game is really about. Just all the exploration, just finding all um, of the Scaludas, and planting all the seeds, and going back in time and then traveling and finding out where they go, and just all the many little secrets and details of the world that I haven't been able to show you. um, those are the memories that really bring out um, a lot of the nostalgia. And I know I missed a lot of stuff. um, so I encourage anybody of any age to give the game a go and just play. Don't worry about progressing the story or doing any of that stuff. Just play, explore, come across things as you do, and just really take your time. And this game will reward you uh, with an amazing experience. So, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is complete. And with that being said, I hope you take care of yourself, take care of others, and stay salty. You're dismissed.